So I think at GitLab we figured out a couple of management ways we manage the company that might be helpful to other people. The first thing is making sure that you combine the best of a consensus company and a hierarchical company. And we do that by saying everyone can contribute to ideas. So at GitLab you always are open about what you're working on so other people can contribute ideas. And at GitLab that means the world. Like we do all of our engineering work in an open issue track. But it's really important to also implement the concept of a directly responsible individual. GitLab, the person that does the work, makes the decision. They don't have to go back to all the people who gave a suggestion. They don't have to convince them. They don't even have to explain themselves. They make a decision. And if you give a suggestion to someone, you should be okay with them never referencing that again, and never coming back to you or thanking you. If you do that, if you say, look, you get input, but you have to do something with it and talk with those people, you get projects that go under the radar, because if they are under the radar, they don't get as many suggestions and they have less work to do. So that's how you get the best of both a consensus company culture, where you get all the input, and a hierarchical company where you get to take very quick decisions. Another lesson we learned at GitLab is stable counterparts. A lot of companies do cross-functional teams. They put people with different expertises in the same team and have them report to the same manager. That is kind of a band-aid, a very effective band-aid to make people collaborate. They will be forced to collaborate because they're in the same team. But the problem is that your manager doesn't understand your work anymore. If you have different disciplines, the manager can only have commonly one of those disciplines and doesn't understand the output of everyone else. So what you get is you get a lot of pressure on deadlines and things like that, because that's something everyone understands. But it's much more useful to have a manager that understands your output in more detail, so they can coach you, they can guide you, they can identify under and overperformance matter. And in GitLab, we do that. We give you a manager that understands what you work on. Our number one value is results, and our number one sub-value under that is measure output, measure what people perform, don't measure input like hours. Oh, that's another common thing. Apart from deadlines, you start pressuring people and working longer hours. Both of these things are dysfunctional. It's much better to kind of understand the work in depth and coach on that. But it does require you to achieve like collaboration. You got to give people stable counterparts, and you got to make sure that everyone knows what those are. So if you Google GitLab categories, you'll find for every category that we ship, and those are tens and tens of categories, we define who's the product manager, who's the product marketing manager, who's the engineering manager, who's the UX manager, so that people find each other. And then when there's a task that they work on, everyone knows that of each other, and we hire managers of one, people who can manage their own time.